Hello, young people. This is Captain Kulkarni, and I am having a second video on jobs on cruise ships. The first was the introduction, and now the second one is the induction procedure for the Indians. How can they go about going in the cruise liners or coming into catering department? The index which I have made, it will give you a brief explanation. First is there are two courses, the first course and the second course. The first course is an old course for 6 months for every person who have done 10 plus 2. But the catering OCCP orientation course for catering personnel is for people who have done 4-year course or who wants to join a cruise liner. Then I will brief you about the STCW 2000 courses, additional documentation, what is required, examples I am giving for list of companies and job portal, how to make a resume, I am giving into detail, preparation for interview, what all and how the interview goes about in case you are joining a cruise liner, and USA visa procedure. What is the procedure for visa? That is coming in the end. First, I would like to give you explanation about the first course, which is an old course. So look into this. This is about certificate course in maritime catering. This is an old course. So let me speak about it. Now here I have given you a screenshot of DG Shipping. You can go to this particular website, and what you see in this is you come down to the maritime training and maritime branch, in which what all list of approved courses are there, in which you have to check for certificate course in maritime catering. So I will show you that in the next slide. You see in the course detail, in course number 21, certificate course in maritime catering, which is shown as 6 months, and the list of training offered by institute is coming there. You need to click on this, and there you will get a list of around 50 institutes, where you have to choose one of the institutes. Here what you see is the first list, and there is a further list which is coming up. So there are basically 2 pages. You can choose any one of them. You need to check which is the best one, and you can go according to that. The next information which I am giving is certificate course of maritime catering. Now this is a basic course, which is a old course. This course is giving training in food production, food and beverage services, housekeeping and maritime familiarization. Then also students have to complete the STCW 95, actually it is 2010 courses. The list of courses is coming in the next one, which is mandatory for coming on board ships. Okay, certificate course of maritime catering, this is approved by Director General of Shipping, and also the next course is approved by Director General of Shipping. And the final examination are conducted by Board of Examination for Seafarers. It's a strict examination. You get a proper certificate of competency, and that certificate of competency is required to be kept on board. So until unless after the completion of the course and after completion of STCW courses, you have to appear for certificate of competency, and then only you can work as a cook on board. And then we will receive the continuous discharge certificate or seaman's book after completion of this course only. Now, what is the eligibility criteria to join this particular course? The eligibility criteria is 10th standard with minimum 40% marks, or we have a diploma and degree with 40% marks. He should be knowing English well. And then next is age is between 17 to 25. A relaxation of 5 years is permitted depending of certain category which is mentioned here. And physical standards is what is applicable in merchant shipping medical examination rules. So we have to have a medical certificate from an approved doctor. There should be absolutely no problem. So this is the induction procedure for the 6 months course, which is an old course. That is for a person who has never studied catering. But people who are going to complete 4 years of catering course and they want to join specifically the cruise liners, for them there is the next course which government has recently come up, which we are talking about. The name of the course is Orientation Course for Catering Personnel. This course is what we are going to talk about. Now again, for the authenticity of this course, you have to go back to the DG Shipping website. And in DG Shipping website, let me explain you again. Here what you see is, this is in 2 pages. So OCCP course is coming in number 66. All the approved courses are coming. In that, what you see is the number 66 is of 12 days. Initially it was 18 days. Some institutes are still running for 18 days. It is between 18 days to 12 days, and they are giving you a orientation or just a glance what are the ship's part, what are they talking about, and that complete thing, when it is done, you get a certificate. Okay, and this course, where exactly, which institutes are running them, is coming in the next section. Here what you see is the list of institutes. Right now there are 24 institutes which are being shown, and these are the only institutes which are conducting this course. Now let's have an overview. First of all, this is the name of the course, Orientation Course for Catering Personnel. And the boys who have done hotel management and catering services can join this course. The duration is 12 to 18 days. The introduction of this course emerges from ample scope of employment, especially on cruise liners. Okay. And the maximum and minimum age, as I told you in the first video, is same, 18 to 28. There are so many candidates every year who take admission. Pre-C training course is likely designated for the aspirant to hold a degree in hotel management and are expert cooks. Okay, the next is students are tested medically, and all tests are done before they join the marine industry. Now this is again the merchant shipping standards which are given, and we have to do it from a recognized doctor as approved by the DG Shipping. Color blindness is not allowed. Then there is ample scope of employment. Then availability of catering crew has been deliberated with shipping industry and has started having a degree diploma in hotel management. I have seen lot of people who have worked in hotels. They are going on cruise liner and they are getting a good experience and good wages also. It is felt that there is an ample scope of employment for such candidates who have qualified in hotel management, cruise shipping and passenger liners. Okay, so we have those candidates who already have a degree diploma and they require to do this course for 12 days, and then it is good for them to join, or it is simple for them to join. Now, what is the course duration? That is something very interesting. This course duration is 12 days, and you have further courses: elementary first aid course, PSSR, personal safety survival techniques, fire prevention and firefighting, security training for seafarers with designated security duties. These are the 5 courses which every seaman does. Additionally, crowd management is also required to be done. Many companies are asking, the cruise liners are asking, have you done a crowd management course? So the crowd management, sometimes they are asking, and this course is actually not available at all locations. So this you have to look around. This total, including the orientation course, may take about 2 months. So in 2 months, any person who has done a catering course, who has already has an experience, there are fair chances that he can get a job on a cruise liner. Career flow chart, 2-month pre-sea training. After that, you're getting a job as a steward, assistant cook, chief cook. As you keep working there, and the reports what you are sending, you are upgraded and you go further up, which is definitely there. You can see the quality of cleanliness and all the cooks which are working there. These are few photographs which are shown, but the reports which are coming up from the cruise liners are good. People are getting a good exposure and they are doing very well on the cruise liner. Now, what additional documents are required is equally important. First is that Indian passport is required, a CDC is required, a Seamen's identification document is required, yellow fever certificate is required, medical fitness certificate by DG approved doctor is required, and a INDOS document, Indian Seafarers document or the record which is DG shipping is keeping is required. And all these certificates need to be uploaded in the DG shipping website. This normally, the STCW is done directly by the institute which is a training. They apply, normally some institutes apply for the CDC, Seamen's identification, you have to get it done and you have to upload the same on your website, and there it is done. Okay, I have just shown the photographs and this is just for your understanding. These are the documents. The passport, Indian passport is required. How does the Indian CDC looks like is shown there. And then Seamen's identification document. This is recently come, but this is again required. You have a CDC also and you have a SID also. This SID is required for Indian, not only Indian but all seafarers around the world, and every seafarer is issued a SID now. Then on the bottom left hand corner, what is given is the INDOS certificate, which you can see. There are 2 different, one is yellow and one is white, but both are INDOS. And next is the US visa, that you have to apply for a US visa because most of the cruise ships are working in US visa. Below that, in yellow color, is known as the yellow fever certificate, which is shown. And next is the medical certificate, which you can see is been approved by a doctor, and the doctor has to write it down that I have the DG approval number. That is must. So the complete medical report and other things are shown here. Now, a few list of companies after all your documentation and everything is done. How do you apply for it? That is the next thing. There are few renowned company which I checked and I found one is Hiren International, Carnival Cruise, MSC Cruise Line, Indus Shipping, V Ships and Airborne. These are the few shipping recruiting companies which are recruiting catering people for the cruise liner, and they are doing a good job. Additionally, you also, it is preferable that you fill up your resume either in the job portal. Few job portals which are there is cruisecareer.in, C-Track and NCL. Now these, when you fill up the portal, and then they will say that okay, we would like to see furthermore. How do I apply? In the portal, you need to register, and then you have to upload, you have to make account, and you fill up everything. Then you have to apply. After that, get assessed. You are going to have interviews and all that, which I am coming further. And then you are all ready to go and go for sailing. This is a procedure which is coming next. Okay, how does the portal looks like? This portal which I have shown, I have shown about another two portals. One is of C-Track, in which you can select, you can register and you can log in and you can fill up your resume, and they will further inquire from you. This is for C-Track. There is another company where you need to fill up is Norwegian Cruise Lines. Here also you need to search for job, and you have to further fill up which job you are going to take, and you can get a job on that. So you have to upload your resume and they will inform you whether you are eligible or not. Now, few things, what do you expect when getting hired through a cruise? They are the recruiting agencies. Okay. Now, whenever you apply, you have to first make a resume. This particular resume, they are going to check and they are going to decide whether they should take you or not. So what they are looking, whether you have done or you have all the documents, have you done all the courses, and your medical certificates are okay. That is the first requirement. The next, what they are looking is whether you have a similar experience in what rank you are applying for. Like if you are applying as a cook, do you have a cook experience in a 5-star hotel or somewhere else? Or you are applying as a baker, do you have a bakery experience or not? So they are looking into that. So one of the resume which is there is shown here. And this is how you need to apply for all the details. Now, filling up resume is something which is quite interesting. At the same time, one needs to be a little careful, because your resume is the first thing what reflects how good are you. Okay. Now, how you're getting, after the filling of the resume, the next thing the recruitment agency is going to do the pre-screening interview, either by phone or they will ask you to come to the office, and then they will decide whether the person, because they want to cite the person, and then you will be shortlisted. He looks good, let us employ him. Then next is the technical interview. The person, what job you are preferring, he's going to ask you how good are you in cooking. Like if you are a cook, how good are you in cooking? Where did you get the certificates? Where are your certificates? Has anybody given you any appreciation letter? All that helps. And final interview is done by the company top people, and he finally decides and he checks where exactly you can be employed. So this is going to come in 3 stages. Now the processing, what is going to turn up? You're going to have the full thing. They're going to check all your documents, the visa, the Siemens service book. Next is scheduling, that where exactly and when you will be placed. Keep your bags ready, keep your documents ready, get ready to join the ship. Find out everything about where the ship is going and what type of job you're going to do. Accordingly, get ready. On board, once you leave the cruise recruitment agency, give all selected candidates an insight of what to expect. They will definitely give you an induction course, maybe before you join the cruise liner. That has to be done. Sometimes it is maybe of 3 days or 7 days, depending where you're joining. So they are also going to have another induction course. Okay, how do you write a resume? First is look into what company you are applying, and then accordingly make the resume. Don't write so many things which are not relevant to the company. Okay. Then next is you have to include the statistics or where exactly have you worked. Like you have worked, maybe I have been cooking for 15 people or 500 people at a short notice. And the words should be absolutely correct. That is what is required. You have to see what words are being used. So make sure that you are using the correct word when you are making a resume. Then write down all your skills. Like you are good in computers, write down, yes, I know computers. Have you done a desk job? Write down, I have done a desk job. Okay, write down relevant education only, like you have done BCom or something. Don't elaborate on that in case you're going as a cook, because then they are looking into your cooking certificates. Best information first. What best information is there right on top? Be brief, even in bullet point. Whatever you want to tell, speak in 1 or 2 sentences. Keep it error free. Make sure that you are not making a mistake. That is very important. Your passport number, your Siemens book number, your ID number, everything should be accurate. After you have been selected, they will say you have to apply for the US visa. Why US visa? Because most of the cruise liners are starting from US. They are getting passengers from US. They are quite people who are adventurous. They keep moving around. They want to, they're travelers. They are moving around. So here you have to make the US visa. What type of US visa you get? US visa you get normally for airline and for shipping people is C1D. How much time does it take? That again depends. It might take good 29 days. Okay. So be accordingly prepared for that. Check how much is the time which the visa is taking. Accordingly, keep planning yourself. Now there you have to fill up the form called DS 160, and then you have to go to the consulate either in Delhi or Chennai or Bombay, and you have to submit your papers. They may ask you a few questions also for sure. So accordingly be prepared. Keep all the documents with you. Keep the letter of the company which says that you have been employed and you will be joining so and so ship, and make sure you give the correct answers to them. The interview will also take place, which I have said, and finally on the same day you will get the visa. So you are all ready to join. So that's all for the induction process. I have tried to cover up most of the items and I hope you like it. And in case you have any questions, do write to me. Whatever best of knowledge I have, I will give it to you. I have tried to cover most of the subjects, try to be very authentic, and I hope this video is going to be helpful to all the Indians who are interested in joining the cruise liner. Thank you very much. If you like my video, please subscribe. Okay, and I call it a bye. This is Captain Prashant Kulkarni. Thank you.